Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. My name is Brandon, I'm an acting coach, and what better way to jumpstart the holiday season than with a Pentatonix, brand new Pentatonix video, Pure Imagination. Christmas time is here. The official video just came out 4 days ago as of the recording. I'll get it out to you as soon as I can. But yeah, you know the drill, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. But right now we're going to jump into this. This is again Pentatonix, Pure Imagination. Christmas time is here. Happy holidays, everybody. Beautiful.
Christmas time is here, happiness and cheer, fun for all the children call their favorite time of year. Snowflakes in the air, carols everywhere. Olden times, ancient rhymes of love and dreams to share. Sleigh bells.
Nope, I'm not ready for her yet. First of all, getting the basic things out of the way, the things you're going to hear, and pretty much any Pentatonix reaction. The vocals are incredible. The blending, the harmonization, the arrangement is really, it's fairly simple actually so far, but it's incredibly elegant as well. It's not, I mean, it's simple in one context, but it's not really like, it's not plain at all. It's a really cool sort of achievement to be able to make something very sort of pulled back and reserved without making it boring or without making it simple in a negative way. So I'm really impressed with that. Secondly, of course, the sort of emotional equilibrium that they have going on all the time that I talk about is still very present. It's still very there. Each of them kind of has their own space, but there are smooth transitions. There are very gentle sort of ebbs and flows in the tone and the feeling that we get just from the way they're standing, their body posture, their facial expressions. They're working together so beautifully, and they've been together for so long. And third, I don't know how many of you know this and how many of you don't, but over on my Patreon, I've been going through the I think it's the Sing Off. God, it's been almost 2 weeks since I've done one, so I can barely remember the name of it, but it was the music competition TV show that they were a part of when they first got together, Pentatonix. I've been going through that and looking at them here, obviously so many years later. It's very heartwarming to see them. I mean, they're so much older, they're so much more mature, and you can just see the years on them and see the experience, watching them work together, hearing them work together. You can just hear the growth. It's exponential, which is kind of crazy considering how good they were back on that show. But if you're interested, I'll put a link to that somewhere in one of these places somewhere for you to check out the Pentatonix tier on the Patreon where I'm doing those reactions. Some of them have made it here to YouTube, but not all of them. But anyway, that's all I had to say for this right now. I just needed to stop. They all look great. Kirsten is absolutely gorgeous, and Mitch's voice, it just some voices you'll hear me say things like that. It just buried me. It destroyed me. It tore me down. It turned me into mush. Mitch's voice is sort of the opposite, the inverse of that. Whenever I hear him sing and he really gets in his bag, I feel elevated. I feel pulled up. It feels bright and warm, and it's incredibly beautiful.
Olden times, ancient rhymes of love and dreams.
So much love in that melody.
Share. Sleigh bells in the air, beauty everywhere.
Wow.
Yuletide by the fireside, and joyful memories there. Christmas time is here, families drawing near. Oh, that we could always see such spirit through the year.
So there are a couple moments. I wish I could go back and show them to you, but there's a couple of moments where she did these little runs through in this little color, a little bit of a squeak or a cry or whatever you would call that, almost flipping into her head voice a couple of times, or even into almost a whistle tone, I think, at once. I don't know. I'm not a music guy. It just was just really light, sort of tight, high pitched, like a break almost, but it was extended. I don't know if I'm describing it well. I certainly don't know the technical term for it. Those of you who know can let me know in the comments if you do know what I'm talking about. But there was just so much intricacy, and she's always had decent control. I've been watching those early performances. She's always had really good control, actually. I don't know why I said decent, but the level of control that she's showing with those little moments, these choices that she's making to throw in these little ad-libs, these little runs or hitches, or when to use the vibrato and not, when to swell in, that when she actually came into the song, that swelling, that sort of crescendoing of power and dynamics and volume, not only in tone, but it's just so impressive. Like this, it's new. This is new. And I've been listening to all of these older performances and sort of seeing where they came from and how they started, and getting into something brand new from them is just kind of, it's, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm having a hard time containing it. I'm having a hard time holding it in. It's so beautiful. Back to Mitch.
Through the
If you wanna view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world? There's nothing to it. Come with me.
Christmas time,
And you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be.
It's so good. It's so good, guys. Yeah. All right. So when Scott came on, this is a perfect example. If you don't hear anything else I've said throughout this entire video, please listen to this. When Scott came on, when his section started, when he took lead, the entire tone of the group shifted. I think the dominant tone up to that point had been a little bit more somber. It had been a mix of these different feelings, these different sort of vibes and tones emotionally, but it was dominantly a little more somber. But when he took over, all of them together, through the not instrumentation, the arrangement, through the harmonization, but also even in the body language, you saw shoulders lifting, chests coming up, chins tilting up. You saw this sort of like building of hope. And it became dominantly hopeful in that moment. And they did that not only in song, but with their entire performance and as a unit in a way that I don't think I've ever seen any other group do. They're so impressive. And of course, Scott's voice is just absolutely incredible. The way, even those really drawn out phrases that he sang, one word, in this sort of low tone. It was some of the most impressive singing of the entire performance for me, even though it was supposedly, or some might think that those are really simple, not much to them notes that he sang. They were just so clean. They were so clean and precise and felt effortless, but they were just perfectly placed. It was absolutely gorgeous. I haven't listened to something recent of theirs in quite some time, and the holidays are coming, and of course those are just really beautiful and very sort of sentimental songs for me. So I don't know. I'm completely wrapped up in it, guys. I hope I didn't ramble too much for you. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me and watching this. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, subscribe, click the little bell icon, do all the things in the description and whatever. Click the links, support the channel, support the video, help me grow. I'm getting closer and closer to 40,000, moving on to 50. pushing that limit. I have a second channel now where I do TV and film reactions consistently, working on Doctor Who, mostly over there. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. Check out the Patreon. Different ways to support the channel are also in the description. Thanks so much for being here once again. Please remember, as always, to be kind to each other, and most importantly, be kind to yourself.